Last we left off, you had slain the last of the vampire spawn and recovered the bones of St. Andrel. After Henrik was taken by Marius and the town's guard, you returned the bones to Father Lucian. Using Locate Object, you were able to track down Irina and Ismark at Blinksy's toy shop. We resumed the session there, in the front room of the establishment, where you look around and you see shelves and tables full of toys. Morbid, curious-looking things. Ira, next to you, you look down and you see a flute-looking object made out of bone, but it's like a whistle. It has a long metal rod going through it, and the reed is in the shape of like a skull. Or the mouthpiece, rather. Blinksy sees you looking at it and walks up. Ah, yes. This is quite an interesting piece. Let me show you. And he puts it in his mouth and he goes, ooh, it makes ghost noises.
I wouldn't know. I've never met a ghost. Have you met a ghost?
We have, Ira.
Oh, wait, yes I have. They didn't quite sound like that.
Two of them, actually.
Been,
I only really go off of, ghost stories, tales, things that people use for ghost noises. I made it, and it kind of sounds like that. It's more for children, how they think that ghosts sound like, you know?
It's impressive.
Panton, is that how ghosts sound like?
Or children
What?
ghosts?
Why are you asking me?
Because
we
you're the closest thing
saw
to a
a
child.
couple of ghosts.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
but you're-
we've met a couple of ghosts. They seemed like real people, but
Yeah, they talk like you and me and everybody else. Like, well, maybe not like me, but because
Well,
I kind of, yeah.
he says for children, you're a child. Gotta be different.
Like even though I'm like tiny, I'm like almost a full-grown adult halfling, right? Like I'm like
Right, you are.
2 or 3 steps
Anderson
away
just
from that.
pats you on the head. He's like, right.
And Panton, kind of frustrated looking around, you see right at eye level as you turn a long rod with a skull on the end of it. It's about the size of your skull. That's weird.
I'm gonna pick up the rod and I'm going to
As you pick it up,
poke at
go ahead.
No, go ahead. As I pick it up.
As you pick it up, looking at it, you see the skull on the back, a jester's hat with little bells start ringing, and you can hear a faint rattling coming from inside of the skull.
I'm gonna shake it a couple more times, and then I'm gonna poke Anderson with it.
As you poke Anderson with it, out from one of the eye sockets pops a smaller little bone. Looks like a finger bone.
This is quite the morbid little toy right here that that I got in my hand. I'm gonna set it back down.
it could be a piece of candy. Try tasting it.
Oh, I would not taste that. It is finger bone of little gnome person. We procure these type of things, and we have to make them into something. I'm a recycler, I built it and I turned it into Rattler. You shake it. Babies love noise. Is there... You come here to toy shop, you must be interested in some toys that I have to offer. The little monkey that was on his shoulder just kind of hops off and starts going over to what you would assume is his favorite toy. On top of a skull, there's a clockwork raven with a little key in the side of it, and he starts turning it, and the bird kind of raises its mechanical wings and flaps it a little bit and lets loose a caw. And then it starts playing creepy melodic music. like a music box.
Ooh, I like that one.
We didn't actually, excuse me, we didn't actually come here to buy toys. We came looking for Ismark and Arena.
Oh. Oh, that is shame. Their business has been pretty good, but you know, it could always be better.
John, quick question. If I recall correctly, when we walked in, we saw a puppet version of Strahd, right?
You did. Yes, that was one of the toys that you saw, yes.
I'm
And one
gonna
of the
walk
props
over.
that John is sending to your house.
Yes. Um, Anderson's gonna walk over and say, can you have this toy here? This don't seem legal."
Kosher.
Why not? It is kind of scary. You know, people like to tell stories. And, you know, what story bigger than Strahd von Zarovich, huh?
Partner, you can't even say his name around these parts. How the hell can you make this?
I'm the maker of toys. I am the most famous person here. I kind of do what I want a little bit, you know?
Oh, well, how much is it?
The puppet?
Yeah.
You seem very interested. I would say 5 silver pieces and it's yours.
Sounds like a bargain, Anderson.
I flip
You
him a
won't have
gold
to sleep.
and I'll say, keep the change.
You'll flip a gold onto the table.
Yep.
Looks at it. It does not have the marking I'm accustomed to. It is okay. I will exchange with Vistani. They will help me a little bit. Thank you. It's very kind. Any other toy you see you'd like? I have so many toys. As he's kind
Where
of like
did you
shaking
get
his
the-
as he's kind of shaking his arms around, he knocks over this leather bag. Oh! And it falls onto the ground. And several large, small, blue, green, black, red eyeballs come out. And they all roll. And they end up looking right at you, Anderson. Like, you look down at this, and the eyeballs are scattered in the middle of the aisleway, but they are all looking straight up, and you can see them looking at you.
Me or like the Strahd toy?
No, at you. Like, you are making... Have you ever made eye contact with someone and just know for a fact they're looking at you? That's the feeling that you get. These eyeballs are looking directly at you.
Partner, can you explain the hell's going on with these things?
Oh, yeah, you see, they are... it is a little bit of sorcery, and he walks closer. Look, see, you are the closest person to them, so they look at you. And he leans on in and gets really close, and you see all the eyeballs swivel on the ground and look towards Blinksy, and he starts scooping them back into the leather bag. Ties it tight and sets it back. This my mistake. I did not mean to trouble or scare you if that was what happened.
Can I insight? I'm having a hard time believing this guy. Can I insight that really quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah, he was a little clumsy, but just makes a lot of weird fucking toys, dude.
You think?
All right.
Like-
Noted.
On some level, John is just like describing those gifts that he wanted to give everybody.
Mhm.
So you're gonna get a flute with a skull on it. You're gonna get.
I'm just gonna get a bunch of eyeballs.
You're gonna get a bunch of eyeballs. Or a Strahd doll.
Music went out.
Uh-oh.
I would take the Strahd doll. That sounds awesome.
We had a...
You did. You won't have to sleep by yourself anymore when we take to our lodgings.
I thought that was a dig on his real life.
Oh no, I was talking about my real IRL want like a puppet of Strahd.
No, I know, but when he said having to sleep by yourself, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
burn. Who knows what Anderson's, relationship status is?
So I look at the rattle again,
Yeah.
and I say, where did you procure a gnome skull? And I'm assuming it's fingers.
Yeah. Give me a second. I don't know why rhythm's being weird.
That's fine.
Because Nico's not.
That's what it is.
John's back.
We're
That's
losing
probably
people.
why rhythm's being weird.
Everybody's gone.
We're fine. You're the one who disappeared. You ran away.
Yeah, what the hell, dude?
Let me restart. Let me restart Discord. Ugh.
Oh boy.
It's being silly.
Technical difficulty.
Like Blinksy's toys.
You need to get a technical difficulties tag for these moments.
I do need a technical. Oh, I just mid sentence. I just skip out.
The last session, the recording cut out like halfway through, and so like it just cuts in the middle of the session. And you're like,
Yep.
oh wait, there was more. And so he needs a technical difficulties tag to put right at the end of it or something.
I do.
Not a hard cut.
And in the picture should be all of us like stabbing Strahd or something.
Or
Gone fishing.
bloody corpses.
Gone fishing. It's fitting for the campaign.
Right.
Bunch of vampires spawn attacking us. Why not?
Or just unconscious asleep or sleep.
Oh, fuck.
Oop, now we got campfire.
This is so
We're
weird.
outside now.
Blinksy, what did you do?
Yeah, quite the story you have.
It's not wanting to play the little circus thing again.
I can get right now from the beginning.
All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think we're good now. Hopefully it stays that way.
Right, so
Is everybody's
enough with-
face good
enough
in
with
the recording?
It is now.
Okay.
You said you were picking up the rattle again?
I was picking it up and I looked at Blinksy and I was like, so where did you procure the gnome skull and what I can only assume is the gnome finger bones?
Well, let's just say a little doggy dropped it off on my doorstep, huh? A wolf, you know, there are terrible things that go bump in the night out in the woods. I just so happened to be walking through the streets, and there was a little baby skull. It could be a gnome, I'm pretty sure it's a gnome. I'd like to think it's not a little child.
we haven't seen any gnomes.
And that is why.
Wolf's favorite food?
It very well could be. As far as I know,
too
the
salty.
smaller the being, the more tender the meat. What?
No, that's not true.
I mean, I look at me and I'm going to be all fat and gristle and tough to
That's-
eat.
That's what makes the meat tender, is the fat in it.
Oh. So
You
you're
should
telling
listen
me
to her,
that I'm
she's-
sitting on a very juicy piece of meat, huh? I could just... No? Okay.
No. Again.
You should listen to her. She has a taste for these things.
Up. Anyways,
I mean, that means Nico would be pretty tasty too.
Nico
we're
pipes
not
up from the
eating
back.
people. Don't eat people. Irina!
I wouldn't be opposed to trying for science, I guess. That's canon.
It's just such a great impression.
It was.
No, we're not.
I could just imagine him now. I know, I was being very sarcastic. After the kid pies, I don't think I'd be interested in eating any... I'm very contemplating, thinking about the whole vegetarian thing at this point, so...
Yeah, Anderson's lifestyle seems more and more appealing the more of this we talk about this. Let's find Irina and Ismark. You said they were here?
Yeah, they're right here.
They're right in the you can see them off the main room, just like in the back right corner. There's a doorway beyond the like right cash register, the desk where he does business. Back there you can see a small room. It looks like where the toys are kind of made. You see Irina and Ismark back there playing around with some prototypes.
Okay, so I will kind of excuse myself and go back there and check in.
I'll go with her.
The creepy toys.
Yeah. I want to see what Ismark's interested in.
Hearing about how little things get picked up in Eden, apparently here in the town, I'm going to stick with everybody.
No, I understand it's gonna stay with Blinksy here.
Okay.
Go shopping some more.
Good luck. I hope you don't get eaten.
He's gonna be like, so partner, how many of these can you make? He's talking about the Strahd puppet. How many of these do you think you can make?
Well, it really all depends if I have any other business. I have one customer who's very particular. He likes a very certain kind of doll. One second, I will show you. It takes me like a day and a half to make, but he pays me pretty well. He's pretty much my main customer. And he walks to the back and kind of shimmies past Honora and everybody that's Ira and Panton as they're getting into the back. And he reaches into a closet, and you're kind of looking back there, trying to see what he's bringing out. And he brings out this doll. And he shows it to you. And it's about the same size as the Strahd puppet. You know, it's, 1.5 foot, 2 foot tall. It's got dark hair. A very beautiful face. It looks strikingly similar to Irina.
I swear to God. God damn it. I was expecting that. I should have expected that. Partner, you say this comes from one person, right?
I'm not really at liberty to discuss who my major clients are, especially when it's something as perverse as this, you know.
It wouldn't happen to be, and I hold up the Strahd doll and make him move or dance a little bit. It wouldn't.
Oh, gods, no, absolutely not. I would not deal business with him. I might make toys to make fun of him, but no, never would I. I would not sell toys to him.
Just making sure.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah. I'm gonna say, with a disadvantage, because you were walking past and you were going with the rest of them, so you're only going on, vocal. Only going on auditory cues, catching the... You're not sure. You hear it. You hear, that Anderson was holding up a Strahd puppet. You don't know what the puppet, or the doll that he brought out looks like, but you can deduce that it probably looks like Irina, but you can't tell if he's lying or not.
Alright.
The rest of you get back to the room with Ismark and Irina, and you see Ismark fiddling with this this hand, in a tuxedo, and he winds it up, and it props up on its fingers, and it starts walking around. This is so amazing. I don't know how he does it. Just everything is so finely crafted.
Does this one use magic too? Some of the items he makes, he has some sorcery involved.
No, I do not think so. I think this is just a very intricate clockwork design. He flips it over and he pulls back the tuxedo. It has a Velcro material in the back, and pulls it open, and you can see the inner workings. It is...
Do you see any bones of little people inside of it?
No, there's no bones. Not that I see.
Cool.
What? Sorry, Nora, I was distracted. What did you say?
Is this where you guys have been all day?
For a good chunk of the day, yes. After Panton came by and he was shouting and yelling about things, and
Oh yeah, hey, good story for you, time. So all that shouting and screaming that I was doing earlier, we don't have to worry about it anymore. So we are all good. We can go back to the church whenever you're ready to go back and stay protected. All right?
oh, okay, thank you. That is good to know.
No problem. That's what we're here for. Looking out for you two.
We found solace and comfort in coming and looking at some of the toys, and while I was kind of perusing and asking around about maybe some property or something that maybe we could set her up close to the church, to where if there was ever any problem, she might be able to run there, you know, just get away. So, rather unsuccessful, but talking to Gadolf out there, he says that that there's quite a few empty houses. They just have to be found and basically emptied. You know, people come missing, haven't been there, haven't paid rent in a long time. It's... Oh, the music stopped again. What the fuck?
Gotta rewind. Gotta rewind the music box again.
It must be it. I
Linksy,
think it
your
has...
music box isn't working.
Oh, there it goes. It picked up again. I don't know, it's being weird. Anyways, alright, you're gonna hear some outside noises now, but that's because that's what it's doing outside.
We're being teleported outside.
You're not
We're
being
being
teleported
teleported
outside,
outside.
but you're gonna hear some outside noises.
Okay.
Anyways. What was I saying? So I'm hopeful that we can find some property here within the next couple days. If you hear anything or see that there's a room for rent or land to buy, you let me know, okay?
So you guys are abandoning your home in Barovia forever?
Well, not me. I have to probably go back and at least establish someone to rule the town, or at least watch over it for a little bit. But Irina's probably stay here until figure something else out.
And you don't want her to stay at the church, which apparently is the safest place?
They don't have a room for her. She'd have to sleep on the benches every night. It's just not... It's not practical. It's not long-term solution. It's short-term solution, you know, for a couple of weeks. But I have to figure something out. Maybe see if they'll add on to the church, you know? Make a second room. I know there's at least a skilled wainwright here that they make wagons and things like that. I'm sure we could find somebody that's good with carpentry. I'm even pretty good myself. I don't think I could build onto the church, but maybe someone could. We're having all sorts of trouble with our music tonight.
Nico's fault.
It is Nico's fault.
Yeah,
We're just gonna go
it's
ahead
definitely
and...
his fault.
Definitely Nico's fault.
I mean, if this is what you hired us to do and you guys feel safe, then I guess job done?
Oh, yes. One moment, please. And he pulls over a satchel, and starts rummaging through it. And he pulls out a pouch, sets it onto the table, and you can hear the familiar clanking of heavy coinage. That should be our agreed upon price. There might come a time where I may need your services again. I don't know if you plan to stick around, Vallaki, or maybe even if I needed an escort back to Barovia. You guys did well, is what I'm trying to say, and I really appreciated all of your extra effort. There's a little something extra in there.
Sorry, my
Well-
family's being needy. What was that?
Nothing. Basically, he was just giving you the money, and he said that there was a little something extra.
Okay, then I will tentatively grab the pouch and save it, looking into it for later.
Okay.
Are the kids around here, or are they staying at the church? for
The
the
kids are still at the church. Yes. They There were some dogs there. They were distracted. They were busy for now. Talking to Father Lucian, he says that there is some parents who lost their children's for one reason or another that could foster them. I am going to try to vet them and to make sure that it is not putting them in another type of situation that they were before.
Right. If they lost their children due to meat pies, then we don't want to give them more children to lose.
Not to mention, isn't one of the kids is from here who still has parents here?
Yes,
I think he was very keen not to be found.
Yes, it is. I will make sure that I look into the situation very carefully to make sure that they are going to the best place. But yes.
Can you find a home for Lancelot too?
I mean, he has a home. It was back in Barovia with Mary.
Available to take care of him.
That is kind of true. She was not the most stable person.
But if the kids have taken a liking to him, maybe he can help them overcome their sad experience.
That is good idea. Maybe if we can find a family that wants both the children at the same time and the dog, they could brighten someone's day.
As long as they don't eat the dog. Or the children.
That would
Not
be
food.
preferable, yes.
Family, not food.
Understood.
Yeah, we'll put that out as the advertisement.
Yeah.
Family, not food.
I will
That is-
actually donate some gold to the upkeep of the children and the dogs for somebody who's willing to take them in.
That is very kind of you. I will keep that in mind. Irina and I, we will be around town for the next several days, of course, and mingling with the people, trying to learn things about the town for a little bit. I will let you know if anything comes up that would require your assistance.
Yeah, we'll be at the inn with the ravens.
The inn with the ravens. There's the ravens. Well, I guess they do kind of centralize at that one location. It is a little weird, but you will get used to ravens all over. There's ravens in all of Barovia. But
That's good. Eat fried raven.
I don't know about that, but I will have to take your word for it. We will be at the church. We are almost finished up here. It is actually getting late, and you can. He gets quiet for a second and looks up, and it sounds like it is raining. We should probably wrap up here. I will get maybe a couple toys for the children and head back to the church.
I gave your toy that
perhaps
you
we'll
gave
run
me.
into you.
Say
I
that
gave
one-
your toy. Oh, I gave your toy that I bought from you to a girl that I think was deserving. Just so you know.
That was very kind of you. That is what they were meant for. I am glad that hopefully they could find some happiness in it.
I hope so too. We also promised to take the children on a shopping trip. I assume they'll. I mean, we ran into a bit of business today, but
Yes,
tomorrow.
absolutely. Tomorrow they'll be here. If you let me know when you want them, I trust you with my life, my sister's life, and that's saying a lot. You're more than welcome to stop by and take them out for shopping.
All right.
Kind of looks to Irina and looks down at the mechanical hand and looks at another one. It is it is a hag stirring a cauldron with like cloth arms, and as you crank it, she continues to stir, and the longer you crank it, eventually a child's head pops out from within the cauldron and screams, "Ah!" and then goes back into the cauldron.
Okay.
I don't think that would be very appropriate. While it's very well crafted, I don't think I could give that back to the children. And
I will.
Probably not. Good call.
Whole Panting aside, I think, should we burn this place to the ground? Really creepy.
Yeah, let's just leave this place. It's really weird. I don't want my skull to be made into a rattle either.
And Ismark takes the hand and walks out. Gedolf, how much for the hand? I know you say it's prototype. It is pretty expensive. I'll probably say 2 electrum pieces for that one. That is, it might come with a little bug, but I think it's good enough to sell, and I think that could fetch a pretty hefty price. So 2 electrum pieces, final offer. I will take it. And he reaches into his pouch and puts 2 electrum pieces on there. I am
A mechanical hand?
Really an admirer of your work. I came in a long time ago, and I have been trying to replicate some of your works for the longest time. Yeah, that's so nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's so good of you. And he just kind of shakes it and walks out. And so, is there anything else I can do for you guys? Is there anything else that you need?
Nope.
I love that this guy's got a bot or a.
I know
New
it
York
fluctuated.
accent.
Yeah, it fluctuated. I don't know where it went.
This
It
is
happens
Blinksy
every now
we're
and
talking
then.
to, right? I just
Yeah,
want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where it went.
Okay.
It's gone.
Okay.
Hey, partner, now that you mention it, you have something some rad utensil I can draw on this, and I hold up the puff to Strahd. Kind of want to make a few faces on this one.
Anderson, why don't you give him your raw materials for his next toy?
Do I have anything?
Oh, I'm gonna start pushing Anderson as much as my little body can. Nope, you don't, nope, we don't want to do this. We don't want to recycle more materials, come on. And I'm gonna grab his cloak and I'm gonna start pulling on it, like, out the door.
Well,
No,
I can't have
this is
Strahd
really
make
weird.
funny faces.
Fine.
Yeah, it's
No,
no fun.
it's-
It's no
You
Blinksy.
might
I
want
can.
to donate your trophy.
Yep, nope.
Blixie,
No,
to make more toys
I'm
with
walking
it.
out of the room now. I'm walking out of this building.
You know what? If you paid for it already, right? Did you pay for it?
Yeah, the
Okay,
puppet,
5 silver
yeah.
pieces. Okay. And you gave him a gold. Yeah, here is marker on the house. Here, you take it.
Perfect.
It is red. I think red would kind of go with his color scheme, so you can do whatever you want with it.
Works for me. Thank you very much, partner.
Hey, you make sure you let everybody know that Blinksy helped you.
Can do.
Do you know how to use that puppet?
I'm sure I can figure it out, but
There's really only one place to put the hand. You'll figure it out. All right, you crazy kids, get out of here. I got to close out. I got to close up, and you'll stay safe, okay? I like return customers.
You know what? You've convinced me. I'll take the whistle. How much for the whistle?
The whistle. I say 2 silver pieces for the whistle. There are a
Done.
couple holes that they don't work. Like when you pull you got your fingers over the holes, they don't fully seal all the way. So it's got to stub. So 2 silver pieces for the whistle.
All right.
Alrighty, 1 ghost whistle for you. He hands it over. All right. And you guys are able to exit the shop, and you kind of see him drawing the blinds and shutting up for the night. Getting outside.
I'm gonna look at Honora and be like, really? Really, you're going to encourage this type of behavior after you just whispered to me that maybe we should burn this place down? Really?
I was
I
trying
put the Strahd puppet on, and I put it to Panda and say, "It's no fun. It's Blinksy."
Okay, you stop that.
Oh,
One.
And
You don't
I'll do
understand.
the
Two,
whistle
Honora.
along with it.
I'm trying to get rid
Honora?
of some bloody evidence.
Honora, I am very disappointed in you, and I do my best impersonation of our mother. I am very, very disappointed in you,
Canton,
and
that
you
doesn't-
should be ashamed
doesn't-
of yourself.
Doesn't work now that I'm a foot taller than you.
I don't care. And then
And
I'm
I'll
gonna
look down
march
at
away.
him.
And I'm just gonna put the Strahd puppet in my backpack because I don't want other people to
It's
see
gonna
that.
get blood on it.
I think I wrapped up the head in my
It's gonna
in
get
my
blood
bedding.
on
I
it.
think so. I mean, if it can be blood on my bedding, that's fine. Just as long as it doesn't get on anything else.
It's on your Strahd puppet.
You know, it would have been good to maybe take one of those alive, or maybe I wonder if even the dead one, if we brought it into the church, if there would be some kind of reaction to it.
Ooh, let's bring the head in the church and see what happens.
Well, yeah, let's do it.
We can walk Irina and Ismark back to the church.
Well, Nico's waiting for
Oh,
possibly
now
his
there
last meal.
is something I do need to mention here. I kind of like look to make sure no one else is looking at like. So, good old Blinksy, he's got a customer who really likes Irina. Made a puppet of her. Pretty uncanny resemblance.
Yeah, you know, I'm not surprised. Not the least bit.
I still think we
Well-
should burn down the shop.
I
Burn
mean,
it down.
I think we should tell Irina and Ismark about it because that's a little creepy.
Yeah, who's the customer?
Don't know. I asked him if it was, and I put the hand puppet back on. I asked if it was him. Turns out it ain't. Well, according to
Well.
Blinksy.
He tricks Nico, so
I'm surprised that they weren't aware of it if it looks just like her.
He seemed to have it hidden away out of their set
But he showed you?
for some reason.
burn it down.
Hmm.
Burn it down.
Look, let's just tell them about what we saw, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Nicodemus kind of scuttles up from the back. It's getting late, and I was promised 2 wolf steaks at this point now.
I
Exactly.
think 3, actually.
Yeah, Nico, whatever.
We're headed back to Blue Water Inn?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Getting kind of sleepy.
Fine.
anyways.
We'll go there first.
Yeah. I'm working up an appetite, and plus,
What a surprise.
It could be your last meal.
that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go back to Victor's later tonight, and if it doesn't go well, I want to make sure that I go out with some steaks.
You're still set on
Alright.
this.
I mean, I have to try. This is no place for any of us to live.
Okay, so I know that you're not Todd, so I don't know if you want to or can answer this, but Anderson's gonna say, Look, why you want to leave so badly anyway? Like, to even die to leave.
I
I
mean, I agree.
have
This is no place to live, and I don't want to stay here. But I feel like the risk is just too great.
I have faith in Lathander. Even if something went wrong, my life beyond this life would be much more favorable.
You religious
I don't
types.
I don't want to die, but I don't want to live here either.
There's a chance, though, that if you die here, I mean, think about the other poor souls that have died here. What do you think happens to them? Do they get to go to be one with Lathander?
Vanderland.
Or do
As
they
far
just end up
as
like the ghosts around the castle? You could be trapped here.
as far as I know, they worship a god similar to Lathander, but I don't know. It's not the same.
Nico, is there anything at all that I can do to convince you to not go through with this endeavor?
Maybe wait for another opportunity to make it home.
The only way out is through the fog. If Strahd lets us go.
Or the fish Donnie.
Strahd letting us go. That's a funny one, partner.
That's my thought exactly.
Or how about this? How about we kill him? I think
You were there just as I was down at the river, at the waterfall. He is
Look, we
so
need to-
powerful. We don't have
Right now,
nearly the
yes.
tools to be able to accomplish that.
there you go. Someone has to know how to defeat that son of a bitch. We'll find that person. Every man's got a weakness, even him.
I mean, we were chosen for this, supposedly.
Yeah. You could
I'm-
argue that Lathander wants you here to help in this endeavor.
I don't know why I'm... It's an interesting opportunity. I wouldn't do it. I think it's too risky. That you are surprises me.
I've prayed on it. And I'll pray on it again after dinner.
Use your food.
All right,
Fine. Let's,
then
But-
can I ask you one more thing?
If I can answer it, I
If
will.
you decide to go through with this endeavor, foolish as we may think it is, can we at least
Foolish
have
as
that
it is.
diamond back? And hopefully we'll see you on the other side and I will give it to you. I mean,
I have
I just feel like
no
we
need
might
for...
need it.
You can have it. My possessions that I found, I don't want to take these back to where I'm from to give me a constant reminder of the pain and suffering that we've dealt with here. The diamond, I lived a very simple life. In the church, every day. Very simple meals, giving whatever I could back to the people. You can absolutely, if I will give you my possessions before, the ones that I'm willing to part with before I attempt the ritual.
When you pray after your dinner tonight, I've met others like you, not exactly of the same faith. but they have a devotion to other people. I can't believe I'm saying this. There is... You being chosen for this, there's good that you could do for the people here. It's not fair that you are put in this position. But if you're so devoted to Lathander, what would your god have you do? If it is to leave, go back to your simple life, then so be it. You could try, but you could also just die.
Or if we stay and we work really hard, we could accomplish real change here for the better.
If I made it out, I would make sure that I told the right people. They could come in here with an army in vanquish Strahd.
Yeah, I could too, but I just don't think it's worth it, partner.
Well,
all right.
Yeah,
no,
it's your decision.
I don't.
I need to think on it. And
Very
I
well.
definitely think best when I'm not on an empty stomach. Or even a half-full stomach, for that matter. And would you look at that? We're already there. And you are outside the Blue Water Inn, and there are still dozens of ravens perched atop the establishment and on the little shed below. I'm going to move your tokens back over to the other side. It'll be daylight, but pretend like it's dark time for me. Are you guys there?
Yep.
Yeah. Rain stopped.
It did. I mean, it didn't, but you guys are, I assume, going to be walking inside of the tavern.
Yeah. Should we just put our tokens inside?
Yeah, go ahead and
pretty crowded.
As you walk up, it is absolutely packed. There are barely any seats available.
Oh, God.
Just commoners everywhere. Drab, dark clothes. Just filled. There are, drinks sloshing and clacking or clanking glasses together. And Danica is running her ass off around as she sees you as you walk in. Take a seat. There aren't very many left, but wherever you find a way, I'll make sure that you're served.
I try to pipe up in the mess.
Table?
What the hell is going on?
To who? You say that to Danica?
Danica, yeah.
Well, you haven't been here at night. There's not much to do in Vallaki, and as she's picking up somebody's glass and pouring some more wine, this is pretty much all anybody does for entertainment around here.
That and the festivals.
Sometimes both. And she pours the rest another drink and then wanders behind the bar. And she continues kind of cleaning and mingling with some of the patrons around front. You hear a lively gentleman dressed in fancier clothes with spectacles and kind of balding towards the front, but blonde hair that kind of shoots out backwards and elf ears. And you hear him say something to the tune of there was one time, I swear it, I saw a man with no legs, and I had to go talk to him. His name was Fillmore Stunk, and he could drink an entire cask of wine without getting drunk. Do you believe it? And he slams his glass down and he takes another drink. And he's talking to the two ladies that are at the table, and they seem mildly entertained, almost inconvenienced, but they're there, and he's just kind of telling them different tales.
What was that guy's name again?
Rictavio. Father Lucian did tell you about Rictavio.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there are a few seats that are available. Nicodemus comes and plops himself down next to Panton. When Danica gets back here, let her know that I want wolf steak and potatoes. I mean, I guess I can let her know myself. But you snag her if you see her, okay?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right,
No
partner.
problem. So, Nico, I know that you said you gotta sit and think about this. I mean,
Panton,
don't you think that...
can we just let it go?
Let's just enjoy the meal for now.
The only person that's going to change my mind is Lathander and Fate. I've set my sights on this. And the more doubt that is potentially instilled into my brain, the more opportunity there is for it to go wrong. Remember, the whole reason why I'm doing it is because we thought he might need a willing participant. If I go in with even a fraction of a doubt, it could go worse for me. So rather than doubting and trying to convince me not to do it, let's push good vibes into the air.
Right.
Good vibes.
Danica walks back around. Sorry, it's really busy, as you can see. Full menu, and drinks if you'd like. Nicodemus pipes up. I'll have 2 wolf steaks, none of them on me. They're on whoever else is buying.
They're on the Baron as well. Then I'll hand her the note.
She grabs it and looks at it. Kind of rolls her eyes. Very well. And she takes the paper, and she walks behind the bar, and you see her kind of get a little angry and crumple it up and stuff it somewhere underneath the bar, and then walks back. What else can I get for the rest of you?
Anything vegetarian?
Just some
and
stew and wine.
vegetarian.
Yeah, I want vegetarian too.
I can try to find something. Turnip?
I will
Turnip's
take
okay?
a bunch of boiled potatoes if that's what you got.
Look, as long as it don't have meat, I don't care. Just turnips fine.
All right, I'll bring turnip soup. And you said you wanted stew?
Yeah, or a soup, a vegetable soup.
Okay.
I think you had that last time, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's
You have something like that?
That's
now?
perfectly fine. Yeah,
Okay.
I can work something up. Did you want anything to drink?
Just some wine.
Wine? Okay. All right. And she wanders away and comes back probably about 10 minutes later, and sets vegetable stews in front of everybody. A little different makeup than it had last time, but is still good nonetheless.
I tip her some silver. Let's say, how much is like a stew?
Pretty sure it was just like copper pieces.
Okay, I give her like 2 silver.
Okay. Yeah. She takes it. You absolutely don't have to. You are guests of the Burgomaster, and if he wants to treat you.
True. Yes, but for my part, I appreciate you getting all this to us so quickly. considering.
Well,
I
it's
used to work.
better than the alternative.
Hey, we learned something new about Ira.
Finally.
If there's anything else you
is
need,
the alternative?
oh, just never mind your ears. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I spoke when I shouldn't have, and she walks away.
What was that?
Can I insight check that right quick?
Yeah.
That was like, I'm curious if like she's getting beat or something like that.
What was that about?
Oh, come on, Rolls.
Wah, wah.
No.
She was talking about the alternative, and I don't know, like, the
So
fuck.
she was frustrated with you giving her the voucher for basically free accommodations paid by the burgomaster. And when she took it away, she crumpled it up and she tucked it under the front desk somewhere. And when she came back and she was like, "Is there anything else I can get you guys?" And you gave her the silver. She's like, "You didn't have to do that." You know, long story short, Ira, you would know that she's fed up with being given these. It seems like the burgomaster must give them out a lot, and it might be that he doesn't always repay those debts.
Oh, yeah, that'd make me angry too.
I mean, the soup's kind of bland, but
Ooh, watch this! And then I will cast Prestidigitation on all of our soups to give it a little extra flavor.
much better, Panton. Thank
It's funny, when you read stuff, and you actually think about things, you open your mind to all sorts of different possibilities. As I look at Nico while I'm saying this.
Nico's sitting there and he's kind of rubbing his stomach a little bit. Should have asked for a soup.
You can still get a soup.
I'm sure it'll come soon enough.
I like push
How long
my
do you
soup
think
over
it takes
to
for-
Nico.
Oh, he grabs
Just
it
take
and
it.
you don't... I'm not giving you a bite of my steak.
That's fine. Just enjoy.
And he just
In
starts
Nico fashion.
slurping into it. Rictavio, having stole one of the chairs that was supposed to be at your 6-seater table, and he's sitting facing the two ladies. Every now and then he just lets out a cackle and kind of rocks his chair back and slams his drink back on the table. And you can overhear him talking about just all sorts of crazy things.
Is he behind me, or is he like somewhere near me in my vicinity?
Yeah, he's just to your left.
To my left.
I mean, I guess below you on the token map.
Oh, okay, got you. That's him. Okay. Pretty crowded in here. I'm going to hop off my table and kind of Hobbit style, because I'm extra small for now. I'm gonna try to like sneak up next to him and just carefully listen to what he's got to say.
Yeah, standing there. You can give me a stealth check just to see how sneakily you're...
I think I get advantage on
sneakily
those
sneak.
because of my halfling. Let me look it up right quick.
we don't get
that
advantage
one.
on stuff.
Oh no, we don't. Oh. Oh, you can attempt to hide even when you're obscured. Okay. Crap. Okay. Damn it. Fuck. Well, I like to think that I'm gonna be super stealthy. Come on, dice, don't fuck me. All right.
Oh wow, yeah.
I'm really
Yeah.
good at that sneaking shit, apparently.
Yeah, even though you're just in this crowded bar and people are wandering around all over, it kind of works out in your favor as you're able to not draw a whole lot of your attention to yourself, sliding off your stool and kind of wandering up next to him. And Rictavio leans in across the table and he's talking to two women. I already forgot what accent or what voice I was using for him, but we're just gonna make up a new one. I'm really on one
Go for
today.
Brooklyn. I like Brooklyn. Do Brooklyn.
No, we're not doing Brooklyn. There is a giant southeast of town. I saw him with my own eyes. He's a massive hill giant, and I saw him. He came out of his cave, and he took a tree right out of the ground and just lifted it up, and then he snapped it over his knee and took it inside. I need to get him for my circus. The people of Vallaki would love to see something like that. I know they would.
Do I see anything on the outside of him, like any pouches or anything like that?
Give me a second. Let me look at him. What are you rolling a perception for, Ira?
Just for myself to see if I'm like paying attention to this.
Okay.
And just generally, how are the women? Because I assume he's trying to impress the women. How are they looking? They impressed?
No, they're kind of drinking and talking amongst themselves, rather disinterested, and it kind of sounds like he's a little inebriated. But not a whole lot of seats. They were sitting there themselves, and he stole that chair from your table. Why can I? Radio. Sorry.
You're good.
NPC.
Oh, there he is, Rictavio.
Why didn't I
He's
just
wearing
do
cool
that?
ass glasses and looks like Lemony Snicket almost.
Yeah. He has some pockets on the side of his longer coat, but you don't see him wearing any belt or having any pouches or anything.
Is he still wearing his cool ass sunglasses?
They're not necessarily sunglasses. They're more like spectacles. Like there's a little bit of a tint to them, but yeah, they're mainly for seeing.
Got you. Do I see them by any chance, or no?
Yeah, I mean
Because we
they're
don't
on
have
his
a proper
face.
thief, so I'm gonna. Oh, they're on his face. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
he's
fine.
wearing them. He's wearing the spectacles.
Okay. I'm going to then just tug on his coat. Excuse me, Mr. Rictavio, sir.
Yes, what is it?
So, I kind of know somebody that was talking to the giant that you're talking about, and for 5 gold pieces, I will introduce you.
And he kind of folds his arms and looks down at you. I've been around here quite a bit, and I haven't seen anybody quite as short as you. I think
Well,
that
you know, I
you
am a
would
little
be
kid and everything
rather
like.
intriguing if I could find something to put you in. How would you like to be in Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders? We could
Cool
probably work out
proposition.
some sort of vanishing act.
I
Put
like
you in
where
a
your
small.
head's at. Let's focus on the giant first, and then maybe we could talk about
Ooh,
getting me involved in your
I-
little sideshow.
How about this? How about we get the giant and you, two contrasts next to each other, doing something together? I can see it now. That is going to be a sight to see. 5 gold pieces is all it takes?
No, just to introduce you to the guy that has actually talked to the giant and actually had a conversation with him. Because, you know, if you go into a giant's lair and all that stuff, they're probably going to grind you up and mix you into their stew and everything, and you're not going to survive that. But if you had a man on the inside, he might be able to help you out, and then maybe you can talk to him about it.
Well, give me a persuasion check.
Yes. Some of my favorite rolls.
If only.
Oh, come the fuck on. With a +7.
I happen to know what most giants like. I'm sure if I worked up the courage enough, I could go there and coax him out under the right conditions. I don't think I need your friend to help me with that.
Oh, please do go on how you're going to convince the giant to do what you want.
And he looks
I mean,
up at you.
okay, if you want to try to do that.
I have many different adventures and stories of things that I have done all across the lands, far and wide. I've seen a pair of conjoined goblins. I've seen other hill giants much larger than him outside of Barovia. I came here looking for very certain things, and I was disappointed to know that I could not leave after I did not find them.
Well, I'm
Such a
just
shame.
saying that I happen to have a guy. I doubt you've actually been in a giant hole without fearing for your life. You've probably seen them, and you probably stayed nice and hidden from them because you didn't want to be ground up into some sort of bone meal. But imagine if you were to talk to somebody that has got the silver tongue for talking to giants and talking his way out of everything. I mean, he could be one of your sideshow attractions, too.
I see you are very, very quick with your words. I have a different proposition for you, however. I think that you're only in it for gold. Are you just looking to make some quick gold? Some quick coin?
Well, I mean, coin never hurts, but yeah.
And he turns his chair around, scoots it, facing you. Are these your friends?
Stand up as tall as I can.
Are these your friends here?
They maybe.
I've got several things that I'm working on currently for the upcoming Festival of the Blazing Sun. Maybe if you could help me with a couple of them, I will make sure to pay you handsomely.
I will tug on Honora's coat. Hey, sister! Sister!
You're muted. Yep, there.
What? I'm eating.
And as you say that, Rictavio sticks his hand. The name's Rictavio. Pleasure to meet you. Sister? I think I heard.
Yeah?
Hi.
Don't we look alike?
In a sense that you're both short. Yes, I suppose you do. Anyways, I'll get right to the point. And he scoots in. There is a 3-headed turtle that I have seen with my own eyes in Lake Zarovich, just north of here.
Oh, really? 3-headed turtle.
A 3-headed turtle. He has 3 tails. I have a running bet. I personally think that it's 3 turtles crammed into one shell.
I
But-
think it's probably an illusion. Panton can do those.
But-
Actually, I think Ira did that once.
Who's Ira?
Ira's the skinny one.
Oh, Rictavio. Pleasure to meet you.
No,
Hello.
three-headed turtles are amazing and all, but what we're really looking for is a cask that once contained the finest wines, but not a drop remains. Do you know where that is? It's a real mystery, isn't it?
That is quite a question. Back to the three-headed turtle. You can make three-headed turtles?
I mean, Ira might be able to. Ira?
What is this about?
I'm a carnival of wonders. I
Oh,
don't
really?
have any wonders. I came here in search for them, and I had to give my monkey away to Gadolf Blinksy just for a little extra coin so I could survive here.
Oh, you're from...
Yeah, he tried
Where are you
buying
from?
me.
You're from the outside.
I'm a traveling carnival. I've been everywhere, from Calimport in the south to places far north where there's no sun and it's just cold as hell.
Oh, like, well...
Barovia.
Yeah.
So you're stuck here too?
And you help with the festivals, then?
I try. There are not very many oddities. I am an interesting bard. I don't have any musical talents, but I can tell stories.
You're a bard.
And stories only go so far. So I'm looking for
Yeah, he tried buying
peculiar
me because I'm
things.
tiny.
I still think maybe we could shoot you out of a cannon or something.
Oh, I'd
Now.
like to see that.
Now I'm invested. So what, you're looking for...
Entertainment, that is what I
Okay.
do.
I mean, I can...
Do the thing.
All right. I've had like a glass of wine. It's like, well, I'm no wizard, and I'll thinking of a three-headed turtle, and like thinking back to books that I've read, and maybe some that I'd seen in a pond. Now, this isn't anything glamorous, but I'll just show something discreetly here, and I'll cast Silent Image of just a regular turtle.
Yeah.
And then two other heads pop out, and then the tails come out, and all the heads are like kind of different. Maybe one starts growing a horn, and the other one like breathes a little bit of fire.
Okay. Where do you conjure it? Do you like on the table?
Just on the table, yeah.
He reaches out like wide-eyed. That is absolutely amazing, and he reaches out trying to grab it so he can look inside, like not fearful of the potential bite at all, and then realizes, I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to see if they were conjoined. Maybe you can tell me, are they conjoined? Or are they three independent turtles in one giant shell?
Oh. It's an illusion, so I've just created
But
the
it's an
outside. I
illusion.
didn't think... Okay.
That you created.
I didn't think about the inside of it. Now that is a mystery. I suppose
That's
until
a-
we look, it could be
And there's
either
only
or both at the same time.
there's only one way to find out.
Schrodinger's turtle.
So you're saying you've seen this turtle at this lake?
I have seen it with my own eyes. I can assure you I have.
Okay, you know what? I'm kind of
And
interested
you're
in
gonna
this as
pay
well.
for somebody to find this turtle? You know, we've met a fisherman we could recommend.
Wait. Why
Guys,
don't
we
you
have
go
a lot
find it
of
yourself?
things to do already.
I suppose you've heard of a plant that can make people dance as well.
Wait, I want to hear this. Why haven't you found this turtle yourself if you know where it is?
I've traveled all over the place, but there
As
is
you
one
keep
thing
saying.
that I tend to avoid, and that is the water. I'm not a big fan of the water, and it while it resides in the shallow parts of the water, I don't like being able to not see what's below the surface.
Oh, I understand. He is just laughing his ass off right now. Wait, you mean to tell me you're into exotic animals and you're afraid of a little water, a little splash? Come on.
It's not the water, it's what I cannot see. I'm sort of afraid of the unknown of it all. There could be a very dangerous beast that swallows my leg whole, right underneath the surface.
And wouldn't that just be better for your little whatever the hell you're doing?
But I need to see it, I need to capture it, and I need to take it. If I am dead, there is no more carnival.
All right, how much are you offering for this turtle?
Oh, that really depends on... I can only offer percentages of people that pay to come see it. I set up a booth, I set up a tent. People come into the tent to view the curiosities that I have procured. And whatever they pay, I will give you, let's say, 30%.
Sorry.
Okay.
50.
50% for one turtle.
Okay, guys. I'm sorry, but this is not a rich town. Like, he sets up a booth, he'll make 10 silver a week. It's just not worth it.
Well, and if we get 50% of it, we'll be all right.
5 silver a week?
Sure, we don't have to be there. We just check his books. Isn't that right, buddy?
It just
Of
doesn't
course,
feel
I
like
am...
It's a very good business proposition. I don't think we should get into business with this one.
Listen, if you're looking for business, I have something that's bigger than a three-headed turtle. Something that's eluded me for several months here. I have sneaking suspicions, and he leans in really close.
What, a 5-headed dragon?
Have you seen a 5-headed dragon?
Jeez, no. It's a
There's
joke,
rumors of,
partner.
like, Tiamat, but I don't think any of us have seen her.
Listen. And as being as subtle as possible, do you see that gentleman sitting alone at the table by the stairs?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see him, a blue cloak, blonde hair, kind of spiked up a little bit, trimmed, manicured little goatee. Probably the most handsome man in the bar.
Aside from Nico, right?
No, it blows all of you guys out of the water.
Oh, damn.
I mean, what's your charisma? Come on now. I think Brandon's pretty.
And he leans in.
I'm just forceful.
I fear that a doppelganger is in our midst. Every night that I have been here, there is a different person sitting all alone in that chair. They order the same thing every single night. They sit by themselves and they watch. But it has never been the same person. Don't you find that odd? Even when the bar is completely empty.
Why don't you go talk to him?
I have. He seems perfectly normal.
Maybe it's an elaborate ruse to mess with you.
You've talked to him. Have you talked to him on different occasions when it's been a different person?
I've had the same conversation with him over and over. I introduce myself. I ask the same questions. I get different responses. But they always ask the same questions back.
Could you tell me what questions, tell me how your conversation goes?
Normally, it's the bar's empty and I walk over there and I say, "Hi, I'm Rictavio, ringmaster of the Carnival of Wonders, and I am looking for oddities. Have you heard any rumors about town?" And they just say, "No, I haven't heard a thing." That's their answer every time. And then do you mind if I sit down? And they say, yes. Why, of course, go ahead, sit down. So I sit and I have a drink and a bowl of soup with them. They always have a bowl of soup with a little bit of bread. And only ever 2 glasses of wine, always 2. And I say, so, are you from around here? And they say, somewhere around here. I say, that's so odd, you're not being... Why won't you just tell me where you're from? And they say, who are you? And I say, I told you, I'm Rictavio. It's so... It's unmistakable.
I mean, buddy, if you were to ask me, it just sounds like you're being a little intrusive and maybe marginally creepy.
Are you from around
I'm
here?
intrigued.
No,
But you're
not
not
at all. And I wish I could get the hell out of here.
How hard was that to say?
Look,
Why?
partner,
You
want me
didn't
to go
say...
talk to him? I can just go talk to him. See
Yeah,
what he
yeah.
says.
Go talk to him, Anderson.
Let's see how this ends.
Sure. Y'all have a great time. I'll be right back.
Ask the same question, maybe.
I'll see what I can do. Anderson will just get up and go over to. I have to be in the square, but anyway,
It's all right.
he'll go up and say, "Howdy, partner."
And this gentleman looks up from his wine glass. Hello.
May I?
Why, of course.
Anderson.
Have a seat.
Anderson will. Okay. Anderson will take a seat. So, how you doing? You from around here by chance?
I'm from around here, yes. Do you have your drink with you?
Yeah, he's got his ale.
You don't like the Red Dragon Crush or Purple Grape Mash?
They're all right. I just wanted ale.
Oh, peculiar.
Why
He
is
sips.
that? Is something wrong with the ale?
No, I've watched a lot of people around here, and they always seem to prefer wine. You're the first person I've seen drink ale.
You a regular around here?
You might say that.
I'm sorry, partner. I don't quite understand. You could say that. I mean,
Well, am I a regular in a sense that I come here once or twice every other week? Yeah, it's the only real tavern in town. Am I a regular in a sense that the Martikovs, they live here. They're regulars.
so you come to this bar to drink often then?
As often as I need to. Everyone
So
needs
anyway-
their escape.
You know what, partner? I'm sorry. I'm Anderson, by the way. And he puts his hand out to shake.
He sets his drink down and reaches his hand out to shake. Pleasure to meet you.
You have a name?
I do, in fact.
See, just where I come from, it's a little rude not to introduce yourself when introduced to.
And you see him looking... Give me a perception check.
Sure thing.
Can I give one as well since I'm trying to sneak around behind him and watch this entire thing?
Oh, that was your stealth check?
Yeah.
Yeah, so... he's looking around the room. Yeah, did you give a perception, Panton?
Yeah, 22.
No, Panton.
I can do
Oh,
that
and-
right now. Do.
You're
God damn
kind
it.
of behind him, so it's a little hard to see his eyes moving. He's not
extra
moving with like
short,
his
you know.
whole head, right? But Anderson, you can see as you pry further about his name, him looking around, and you see him look at his wine cup for a second and smile and then look back up. My name is Red.
Red, you have a last name?
Only to my close friends. This is a dangerous place, you understand.
Yep, of course. You mentioned friends. They around here or?
Not at the moment. There are... I wouldn't consider any of these my friends.
Really, I mean, ain't a big place. If none of these guys are your friends, who would be? Seems to be everyone in town here.
Oh no, there are quite a few more in town. And there genuinely are. There's hundreds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Um. Well, sorry, I didn't quite catch it earlier. You're from Vallaki, though, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't travel from outside of Vallaki to come to this tavern.
Well, depending on where you're from, I guess. But you are from Vallaki. You were born here, right?
I haven't seen you around here. Are you from around here?
No, partner. I'm from outside the fog. You see.
Ah. Hey.
Well, you from outside the fog too? Just look, I'm trying to find as many of us as possible here.
Unfortunately, I am not. I was born here. I may be a
In
little bit
Vallaki.
different. Yes, in Vallaki. In the woods, actually. My mother gave birth to me in the woods.
Ooh, must have been a rough time.
I don't know, I was a baby.
I'm sure your mother has plenty of stories.
She does not, the dead don't speak.
My condolences, partner. Didn't know.
No condolences needed.
So what brings you here tonight then? I mean, you're just by your lonesome.
This is a very interesting conversation. Out of all the tables you could sit at, out of all the people you could talk to, you come here and you start grilling me.
Well, you seem lonely. Just, thought you needed a friend.
My apologies, but you seem to have thought wrong. And he reaches in to his pouch and pulls out a couple electrum pieces and sets them on the table and bows his head a little bit, throws up his hood. Good evening to you. Stay safe. Avoid the shadows. And he starts to leave.
Avoid the shadows. I'll.
Can I try to follow him?
You're welcome to.
While Anderson is having this conversation with a stranger, based on the words of this other stranger, I'm gonna ask Ratavius, why are you so concerned about that guy? Or whoever sits at that table?
Well, it's curious, right?
If
I'm
he is a
intrigued.
doppelganger, then I can have him transform into the amount of illusions that I could perform.
That's what it is.
I could have him transform into the burgomaster, put him in a cage, throw a tarp over him, and then pull it out, and then it would be his wife there.
What if he doesn't want to be used by you for entertainment purposes? What if he just wants to be left alone? What if he just wants a meal? Or
Then a
she?
meal I could give him. I can be very persuasive.
Yeah, I think that you just see everyone around you as a tool to be used. I'm not sure.
Ira laughs at this.
Not sure your intentions are noble.
I never said that I was noble, but if you don't think that each and every one of us are pawns to the next person sitting beside you, you're not
So
playing the
really-
game of life right.
That's a really, really cynical way to see the world.
I
I can understand this place does that to you, but you know we're still fresh off the boat, as they say, and I think that I'd rather come into a situation and try to make waves for the better than to sink down to everyone else's level.
My job is ringmaster of a carnival. If I don't
Right.
have curiosities,
Where is this carnival?
that's what I'm trying to say. I'm a
We've been
traveling...
up and down. Haven't seen a carnival.
Did we?
You have not seen a carnival, but I think you... I don't even know if you... Nicodemus speaks up. There's a storage yard, I guess you could say. I saw his wagon out there when I first came in that one night. Yes, you did. That is mine indeed. I do keep it there. Safekeeping. Look, I only set up when the festivals come around, and I have disappointed the burgomaster the last couple weeks. I can't disappoint again. There's only so many times I can stand up on the pedestal and tell stories before I need to eventually skip town.
Fun traveling. Makes sense.
What are the festivals like?
Sad state of affairs. But don't get caught saying that in front of anybody important. The burgomaster doesn't like it if you insult his festivals. He puts a lot of work into it.
Do you have any? The next one's what, tomorrow night?
It's a few nights out. To be truthful, I tend to perform on a moment's notice. The burgomaster throws the festival when the time is right, tries to add a little bit of spontaneity to it.
Listen, if you're interested in doing business, have you heard of the Gigglefoot plant?
I have heard of it, yes. I have not seen it, but I have heard of it.
Is it hard to find? Is it a rare thing?
I once tried to seek it out, thinking that if I could procure enough of it, and I could, I don't know, spike the wine,
Poison everybody.
and everybody would be at the festival, the amount of gold that I could get from the burgomaster would be more than I could carry. He would be so happy. He would be thrilled that everyone would be dancing and celebrating at his party. But I was
And
unable
yet-
to find any. I've heard that the burgomaster has quite a collection of books. Some geography, some architecture, some even medicinal. Herbology related.
Well, good thing we're friends with him. We can go ask to borrow his book.
You're friends with the burgomaster.
Yeah. He's paying for our rooms here.
Oh. Do not mistake that for friendship. He once paid for my rooms when I first came to Barovia as well. All good things come to an end, and if it seems too good to be true, then it probably is.
Oh yeah, we don't plan to stay in Vallaki. We've got other places to be.
Like where?
I don't know, home?
Oh, I'm sorry. There's no going home anymore.
Just because you haven't found a way doesn't mean there's no way.
If you find a way, I would be thrilled to hear it. I will. Once I get on the outside and I can reach out to some of my connection, I could make you the wealthiest woman in all of the Sword Coast.
Strive to be comfortable, huh?
I'm gonna insight check that.
Okay.
Like, how well off does this person actually seem?
Money is something that we need to live, but it is not something that we need to live for.
You see him, and he talks a big game, but it's more that he is overly confident of himself. It's not that he doesn't believe he couldn't do it. It's that he probably doesn't have the means to, but he would sure as shit try.
Does he seem at least of some means? Like he seems like he's like his clothes are they?
Yeah, his
fixed
clothes
really
are
fine?
much better off than anybody else's here. It seems like he takes pretty good care of it himself.
Okay, I'll feign like some being impressed. Just be like, you seem like someone of some means. It's funny, your whole idea about the Gigglefoot plant was something I was thinking about myself.
Hi,
There's
Rhoda.
those two fine gentlemen over there in the corner. They seem a lot more well versed in these parts. I was thinking of hiring them, but maybe you and I could do it together. Or I could
I
do it
like your
myself
sense
and
of
I'll let you
adventure.
know.
I have a tower. I have made somewhat of a name for myself here, and I was given a piece of land not far from here, just west of Vallaki. I normally come in for a week and then retire to my tower for another week and just kind of flip-flop back and forth until the next festival. Here within the next couple days, we should venture out there. I might have something that you could look at that would help us maybe be on the right path to find some Gigglefoot.
One other question for you. With your knowledge of the town, have you... Magic isn't exactly smiled upon here, it seems. I haven't been able to find anybody who practices. We heard of a hag.
Ah, yes. Yes, hags. Quite dangerous things. I'd stay away from the old bone grinder if I were you.
Not to worry.
We weren't talking about that particular coven. Apparently there's another one.
Being a person that looks for peculiar beings and oddities, I do know of another hag. But it is not a coven. Babala Saga. Is that a name that strikes true
Yes.
to your ears?
Yeah, this is the one I'm talking about. Have you had any dealings with her, or do you know of anybody else that is a practitioner in this town?
Oh, she is not of this town. And as far as practitioners of magic, I would say I wouldn't trust going out there. The most powerful woman that I would trust would be Madame Ava. Do you know who Madame Ava is? She is, I don't want to say the leader of the Vistani, but she is of great importance to them.
We've heard of her.
You have met her? Ah. Do tell.
There's Not a whole lot to tell. We met her.
Fair enough.
Spent the night at a Vistani camp, and then we moved on.
Miss Honora,
Yes.
you... give me a second. Where's your card? Where's your card? I'm looking for it.
It's the shepherd.
Yeah, but I can't find the Taroka reading that I gave you.
It's right here. Shepherd. This card gives. This is the card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, the sword of sunlight. Find the mother, she who gave birth to evil.
No, hold on. Sorry, I'm looking for the question that you had asked earlier.
Oh, about the
wine.
cask that once contained the finest wines, if not, what should drop remains.
Yeah. Sorry. Reading.
And that one's the merchant. If that helps. I think that's Nico's.
I'm trying to find the player handout that I gave you guys. I cannot find
It's
my
under
version of it.
chapter 1, Into the Mist.
Is it under chapter 1? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Dummy dumb. There it is. Okay.
I study this often, so
Thank you.
I want to uncover those clues so bad. So I asked him.
Sorry, this is taking me a second to figure out where the hell... 4 of coins, the merchant. I could have swore I had this better organized.
Control F.
I know. You know, I know you do not think very highly of me, and so I'm going to answer the question that you had asked earlier.
Oh.
It was a little bit of a riddle, and I had to think on it for a little bit, but I've been around here and I've heard enough rumors and tales that I think that I could deduce. Seek a cask that once contained the finest wine of which not a drop remains. I have visited the Wizard of Wines. I can tell you that while it is good wine, and it is the only wine available, it is not the finest wine. The finest wine that I would imagine would be somewhere in the cellars of Ravenloft. You do know the history of Barovia, yes?
I mean, we've had the abridged version told to us.
Perhaps you could elaborate.
I mean, there's the hero the Vistani saved that ended up becoming a great warrior and then becoming evil and then trapping everybody in Barovia, right?
Hundreds and hundreds of years have passed since Strahd settled here. And this is a mere shadow of its former self. If I had to guess, the casks or bottles of wine that he kept in his cellar are long since evaporated. but it is just speculation. Where did you hear such a phrase?
Oh, you just hear things as you move about the world.
Vistani superstitions, storytellers.
No, I don't personally remember where I heard it from. It was just something that caught my ear.
Panton, you said you were following the gentleman outside, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Let's see. Your stealth was 20.
Ira's also going to materialize Rigsby outside to watch.
What? I'm a little scared of how that's going to... We're just going to roll a standard d20 then. Okay.
And suddenly we all take 12d12 damage.
No.
Or we're all 3 feet taller.
No, the guy turns around and I fucking die because he's gonna put a dagger through my chest or some shit
Nope.
like that.
He starts walking off out of the doors and into the streets, hanging a left, walking towards the east gate on the main road. How far do you continue to follow?
I will follow until I don't know. I think I'm just gonna keep following until I decide, yep, I'm done.
Okay.
Till he leaves town.
All right.
Yep.
What's your radius on as far as Rigsby can continue to report?
Only, I think, like 100 feet. I might be...
You could set him to follow him longer, but you can't communicate with him past 100 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Or her.
Yeah, I can follow... she can...
Give me a second. Let me pull up the map again
Let's
for
take
myself.
a couple levels of Warlock, and then you get a really cool ability that lets you do it on any plane of existence.
Okay.
To do it what?
Oh, there's a invocation as a Warlock that lets you see through the eyes of your familiar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, at any distance. So,
Yeah.
without it, I can do it within 100 feet.
And before Ira makes a pact with a god to get that ability.
I see
Why
it.
not? Could be fun.
Yeah.
I see it.
But yeah, apparently it can go
Anywhere.
however far. So I could have it follow it and then have it show me the way.
Okay.
But I can only communicate it with it within 100 feet. And I'm kind of
Rigsby
looking... Yeah.
circles around a little higher, kind of just looking from a distance. Shortly after Red gets beyond the intersection to the right, or towards the east, he stops and then turns and looks at the house. And then looks at both ways. Doesn't notice you, Panton. Walks up. And make a perception check.
I am not so good at these.
Ooh.
Should I make one as well or no?
No, I think I guess you could.
Roll for
Are you actively looking through the eyes?
No.
But
Okay.
he has his own stats.
Yeah. You can go ahead and roll with a disadvantage, like circling up higher above. It would be really hard to see.
But it's an owl? And it has advantage on...
Yeah, but I'm saying more like its back is turned
Just
to
because
you, and
Okay,
it's
okay.
obstructed
For this
view.
particular thing, it's an
Yeah,
obstructed
for this
view. That makes
particular,
sense.
yeah, it's
Okay.
obstructed view.
Okay, so that would be. I'll just roll. I'm just gonna roll off of my sheet.
Okay.
I think my perception's actually better than it, so it'll be like -1, and you said disadvantage.
I have.
Did that.
Still rolls like a god.
So a 19. I
Okay,
think.
so
Is that right?
perception is a +3 for an owl.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's okay. It's the exact same as mine then.
Yeah, 20.
Exact same
So
as yours.
20.
Okay. Rigsby, seeing that Red has picked a home to turn into, swoops down low and perches on top of a barrel just across the way. And Rigsby can see that he's not using a key to unlock this door. He's using thieves' tools. You obviously don't know that information right now, but that is what they see. Panton, you can't see a thing. The only thing that
not
you see
surprised.
is that it seems like he's taking a little bit longer to open up his door than normal. And then he finally, as he opens it up, turns and looks, and then walks in. Still doesn't see you. Shuts the door behind. The lights stay dark. The curtains drawn.
What would Panton do?
Fireball.
Nicodemus
Panton.
sits back in his chair and kind of rubs his belly a little bit. I think that I'm gonna head up for the evening and get a little prayer in, maybe a nap before I take off.
Just make it quick.
Are you guys coming up soon?
We'll be right there, Nico.
Right. Who has our keys?
That's a good question, actually. Do any of us
Wonder
have
I don't
if I
remember.
grab
Wait,
them.
I have our key,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
so I'll give that to him.
Thanks. I guess I'll just leave it unlocked then.
Do what you think is best. I'll come with you tonight.
Well,
Okay.
we'll all come with you, Nico.
No,
All
I'm
right.
pretty tired.
Well, I'll come with you, Nico.
It's
I don't know if I want to see Nico's parts splattered all over the wall.
Nico gets up and thanks. That's really what I needed to hear before I went to go pray to my gods.
Right.
And then he
That's the results of what happens.
gets up and walks out the door.
Right.
Guys, we
Look,
have to stop him, right?
is Nico gone?
Yep. Nico is gone.
Look, we're gonna stop him. We ain't gonna do it tonight. But look, before that, someone's up with that feller over there. He's sketchy, real sketchy.
But Anderson, he hasn't done anything to us. He hasn't hurt anybody.
Okay, but right. When I asked for his name, he didn't tell me. Looked down at his wine and told me his name was Red.
Okay, Anderson,
Ira starts laughing.
have you considered that you're creepy?
No,
Rictavio pipes up. The odds of both of us being too creepy to tell a name are very slim, I would say.
also he said, okay, but get this. He says he was born not in Vallaki, but in the woods. I mean, and that took me a while to
You're
get.
harassing this poor guy who just wants to have a meal because you happen to think that he looks different than everybody else. Don't
It's
you
interesting.
think
He's the
that's
most
awful?
handsome. He was the most handsome man in this bar, and he was sitting all by himself. It's very crowded, though. It's quite the.
And plus, he was going off about his friends. None of us. He was by himself.
his friends might be somewhere else, guys. You're acting really like accusatory and like in the face of somebody who's truly minding their own business.
Honor, I hate to tell you this, but we're in Barovia. If something seems off, it's because it's off for a reason.
Everything's off, Anderson.
Exactly, and it could be something that could kill us. So I don't mind investigating.
But he
In fact,
wasn't trying to kill us.
Not
he was
yet.
happy to kill.
No,
Listen,
no evidence
listen,
that he would have
listen,
been trying to
everyone.
kill us.
Listen, let me tell you. If you don't believe me now, will you be here tomorrow night?
Stranger, sir. Stranger.
probably.
I'll come.
Have
I'm
another
very
look-see for
interested.
yourself.
I want to talk to him myself.
Same
talk
place,
tomorrow.
different person, same weird responses.
Well, that sounds like a tomorrow problem. We have a tonight problem.
I turn to him and I just say, look, if we can't be here, just keep talking to them. See if you can get any info off them. Can you do that?
What questions would you have me ask that I have not already asked?
That's a great question.
See if they say anything different. The man said his name was Red. See if someone else has a really weird name when they're looking at an object. Something,
I will start
anything.
cataloging the names of... That is brilliant. I will keep it and see if there is a pattern.
Right.
I
go
am
ahead.
gonna go and write in my journal tonight. Oh, mercy me. I have had a little bit to drink. I am just up the stairs at the end of the hall. If you find anything else out, you will let me know, won't you?
Certainly.
As long as it don't put you in danger, sure.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Rictavio.
In the Carnival of Wonders. And he takes a really deep bow and walks upstairs. And you can see him. It's the upper floor is kind of open on both sides. You could see Nicodemus. I don't know why. You could see Nicodemus. Walking across the balcony up here. You can't see it right now, but here.
Oh, but it's on like the second floor.
Yeah, it's on the second floor. Rictavio is walking across the balcony up here and enters the room on the very end.
Okay.
A short moment later, Nicodemus walks back out onto the balcony. I didn't... Ira! Up here! And he takes the key, and he tosses it.
Cat.
Is it in our general vicinity, or does it just drop down to the floor?
No, he throws it towards you.
Okay.
Do a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Give me a dexterity check.
It hits you in the face.
No, 13's not terrible. It's just a key.
Yeah.
We'll see how...
Wouldn't do any damage. It would just hit you in the face.
We'll see how Nicodemus does.
Dexterity is amazing, by the way.
Ooh.
Oh, why did it roll twice? Oh, because I've got it open twice.
Oh, I only saw the bottom one. Didn't see the first one.
It is the first one. Okay.
Same.
As he throws it, it just falls way short, and you kind of lunge out a little bit for it, trying to catch it, and it just clang, 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 falls onto the ground. A couple other people look over to try to see the commotion, but you're able to scoop up the key. Short time. I'm gonna be in the room now, but it'll be locked.
All right.
And he wanders back into the room and shuts the door.
Guys, have you seen Panton?
I thought he was with you.
I think he went outside. I sent Rigsby out as well.
Do you think Rigsby's with him?
Let me see.
And as you zoom in to the vision of Rigsby, you do see, we'll just say that's where you picked up. You see Red picking a lock of a door and entering a home sketchily.
Are they in with? Is he within 100 feet, or can I just not even?
He's within 100 feet. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. The plot thickens. There is something strange about this one. I hope Panton doesn't. Shit.
Looking around, you do. Actually, Panton, what was your stealth? Wasn't it a 22?
20.
It was a 20? Okay. Yeah, I'll say that Iris Bird sees you.
Okay.
Where would you be hiding?
I'd probably be across the street, given my 4 on a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'd probably be across the street, just kind of watching Red go into this building.
Yeah, behind, like, to the side of one of the sheds, Panton's looking, and you can see his head peeking out from behind the siding.
All right, you guys see Ira take out a piece of copper wire and kind of aim it towards where Panton would be. Say, don't do anything stupid. He's a locksmith like me, apparently.
Oh, great. Now there's 2 of you.
As quietly as I can. I think I would be. I don't
you
have
mentally
the
reply.
stealth.
Oh no, you do have to speak out loud, kind of, right? Don't you?
I will say it as quietly as I possibly can to not try to. Well, fuck it. I mean.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I won't do anything stupid.
Like following a possibly dangerous criminal. Out
I'm
into the
already
street by
walking
yourself.
across the street.
I'm telling your sister right now.
Oh, I don't care. I'm going to walk across the street, and I'm going to naive innocence. I'm going to knock on the door.
And we just lost Panton. He's dead, guys. Good game.
And I'm going to say, Mr. Red! Mr. Red! And I'm just going to wait for a response.
Back in the bar, Anderson will say, is he going to be all right?
He should be back shortly.
Oh, well, that's good news.
It's still raining pretty hard outside. But you don't hear a response.
How tall is... Can I reach the doorknob?
Yeah, I think you'd be able
You
to.
gotta look at a damn door.
Yeah, I'd say
Oh,
you'd be able
shit.
to.
You could reach the doorknob.
Okay, I'm going to reach the doorknob and I'm going to see if it jiggles.
Okay. It does jiggle, but it is still locked.
Oh.
The handle is kind of loose.
I push on the door, it doesn't budge at all.
Bro, stop being suicidal. Like,
Ow. I think this is all I can do at this point.
you need the knock
And
spell.
I'm going to turn around and kick some dirt. And I'm going to start making my way back to the pub or tavern.
Ira,
Did the house have any windows? Yeah.
Are you still
might wanna-
like in vision with Rigsby?
I went out for a second, but as we're kind of waiting for Panton to come back, I'll look again.
Okay.
and see if I can like look through any windows.
Give me
or anything
another
like that.
perception check.
Okay. At disadvantage again, or?
No, just a normal one this time.
Okay. At advantage, because it's the owl? Oh, that, never mind. That's fine.
You don't need it.
Watching Panton walk away, and your owl, you knowing that somebody had just gone in there, it's very peculiar that after only a short minute that nobody would answer. Your owl circles around and can see a blue-faced figure peer behind one of the curtains. And then its eyes squint and shut the curtain again.
What do I know about doppelgangers? I probably have some familiarity with them. Do they have blue skin? Or do you don't even like... Because dead ones, they show their true form, is that right? Or I don't remember exactly how
They can show their true form at any time, but yeah, they're when they're dead, they reverse to their true form. Yeah, it's a blue purplish tone.
And that's a doppelganger?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus.
Gray. Blue, gray.
It's a doppelganger.
Oh, well, would you look at that? He was off for a reason.
A crime to be one.
Probably.
They're...
Jumping to conclusions. Again, I don't know what this person has done wrong.
Are you familiar with doppelgangers?
No.
What I know about doppelgangers?
Give me an Arcana check, I guess.
Now also another question. With my, what is it, Hunter's Bane? Let's see, I have, oh no, that's on Wisdom, and Intelligence on Fae, Fiends, and Undead. Does this count as one of those?
You guys are looking for boogeymen. Looking for somebody
Give me a
to
second.
fight or attack. And this poor man is getting caught up in your hunt for evil. I'm all for vanquishing evil. You guys know I'm right there with you. But I'm not going to create a problem when there isn't one.
Now, we ain't gonna hurt him. We're just gonna talk.
Anderson, you don't just talk. I've met you.
What were you asking? What they were?
Oh, is it a Fae, Fiend, or Undead?
No, it is not.
That's fine. So yeah, this is just a regular roll then. No advantage. So, well, I don't know jack shit either way.
You know of them. Anyone that's really knows about magic knows of shapeshifters, shape changers, people with that type of ability. It's something that a lot of people aspire to be able to polymorph themselves into other beings for disguise purposes, for anything really. But
yeah, I pretty much just know what everyone else knows.
yeah, nothing crazy.
They may have stories about them all being evil or something like that, but this guy literally has not hurt anybody.
Again,
Sure.
We'll talk.
Sure, I'm not saying that they're evil, but it is curious, and they often are used.
And one more thing, by the way. He said to avoid the shadows. Don't know what that means, but
It's common
He mentioned
sense
it.
advice.
well, just for future reference. I ain't saying that's cause he's evil because of it, but
I'm gonna go pee real quick. Does anybody else have to go pee?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yes, that'd be
All right.
great.
Quick pee times.
Thanks. Pee pee.
Hmm.
All right, time to
John, when are
save
you gonna send us
Nico.
some Oreos?
Oh, I forgot. In your props
Yeah,
package.
hey, make sure they're double stuff.
Yeah, it's the only way.
Beggars shouldn't be choosers.
Oh well, I am.
Only give Anderson the single stuff. Everybody else gets double stuff.
Damn, that's harsh.
Way hard.
That's cold, man. Even for Anderson.
That's how Panton rolls, yo. And Panton isn't suicidal. He's just genuinely curious about the world.
Yeah,
It's like
suicidal.
Stupid. It's more
And when he
naivety
sees
than dumb.
When
Like-
he sees somebody grilling somebody about something, he's kind of curious to see what happens after the fact.
Like, you know, if you want to play another character, I'm sure John will just let you play another character.
No, I don't want to play another
We're
character. I
murdering
love this
Nico
character.
so that Todd can roll somebody new.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's not true.
I don't believe that.
That's
Not
the
one
going
bit.
theory, by the way.
Nico dies, and then we come across his twin brother, Nicodemus, I don't know, the second or something? Maybe, like, he has a son or something?
Docodemus.
Yeah,
Nicodermus.
the Nicodermus.
And his brother,
We just
Epidermis.
start calling him. Okay, guys. We have to start calling him Nicodermus when he gets back. And
Oh,
not
no,
tell
no,
him
sounds
why.
like he's...
Oof.
It's like, oh, I heard you rolled a paladin. What's going up, Nicodermus?
That would be terrible.
I mean, it you know, like genuine. I hope everything's okay with his family.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. They'll be, we can talk about it afterwards.
With a bereavement, I don't.
Yeah.
I figure
Well,
if he
that's
wants
the
to tell us
memorial
about it,
service
then he
weekend,
will.
so.
If he doesn't, then that's okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Back to it. You guys were discussing doppelgangers and whether or
Yeah,
not they're
nope.
evil.
I mean, yeah, they're just often used
Again.
as agents for
Because he's
other
having
people.
a meal at a tavern, we're having a meal at a tavern. But he's been
Honora, you don't need to join us, but I'm gonna talk to him.
guys, we're trying to focus on getting out of here. Is
Yeah, we will.
killing this poor man who has done nothing wrong.
No, you're
Point this
absolutely
out of
right
here.
about that. But it is something to be aware of. It's just curious to me.
Right.
And he
and
broke
it's,
into the house that
what?
he just entered. Yes.
Well, that's a little concerning.
Exactly. It's a little concerning. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean he's killed anybody.
Right. I mean, we've killed people.
But what's
Um,
inside the house?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe a family he just murdered.
Do vampires spawn count as people?
They were once
I mean,
people.
there was the mound of babies.
That's a good
on it.
question.
We didn't kill anybody. We killed things. We haven't killed anybody. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, Anderson doesn't have someone's head in his
Oh.
backpack. It's a thing's head.
Yeah, we didn't
And
kill
there
the
was
hags,
that-
So there we go.
They're not really people either.
Just saying. DM, have we actually killed people?
Oh, the fetus.
I told you the mound of people parts.
Yeah, but that's not really. That wasn't really a person. Was it?
No, not at all.
There's a lot of people.
Maybe
A lot of
potentially
dead
a
people.
person.
I love that we're discussing the philosophical ramifications of killing things versus people, so it's nice.
I mean, there's lots of ways to justify killing the other, and racism and all that jazz we get into. But no,
It's like, are cows pets or are they food? You know?
depends on.
Fish are friends, not food.
Depends on if you're Indian.
I had pet cows that we then ate, so learned that line.
There you go. Anyway,
What
has
do
it
you
been
guys
long
do?
enough for Panton to get back?
Yeah, Panton, you would have eventually made your way back to walking on them, talking about doppelgangers.
You
Well,
have to
well-
stop.
I'm going to come in, and I'm going to, not gently, but not forcefully, I'm going to smack Anderson in the back and be like, and here I was thinking I was going to get an arrow or a bolt or something in my
we're-
back like that while I was leaving the house and everything, and turns out
Anderson.
the guy was just going into a house and just going to relax. So I don't know why you were grilling him so hard, and I don't know what the big deal was, but I think it's just kind of ridiculous that this whole thing just turned into a big old nothing burger. So,
Panty, quick question. Were you sneaking behind Anderson when you did that?
yeah, sure, why not? Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, he reaches, you do that, just reflexes kick in, he fucking...
17.
Yeah, that's probably good enough. My perception would be good enough for that. Yeah, he reaches around, just grabs your hand, forces you to the table when you do that.
You gotta learn to relax, dude. All right, you're in a tavern full of people that are not going to stab you in the back or anything. So just
That I know of. Partner,
Wait,
don't sneak up on me.
Panton, I will deal with you in a moment. He does have a point, Anderson. Not everyone is out to murder you all the time. That's what I've been trying to
What-
say for the last 20 minutes.
What do you have to
Panton.
deal with me for? I'm fine.
Stop.
I'm gonna scan the room to see if anybody's listening to this kind of outburst. If there's anybody interested in us who's been maybe watching us, I'm gonna take this opportunity to kind of look around, especially since we're causing a commotion.
Okay, give me a perception check.
You are very little, and you could get stepped on or kidnapped.
Not great.
You know,
My
Yeah.
luck's run out.
I'm tired of just sitting around while you guys talk to weird people with cool glasses, and I was just like, you know what? I'm
Talk
gonna
to
sneak
these
up and
people.
listen to this guy talk. Huh?
Don't run away. I can't protect you.
I
if you
didn't run away. I
away.
came back. See, all good. I'm fine.
What if something had happened to you while you were outside?
What if something had happened to us?
Yeah.
Can't
what
believe
if-
you ran away
yeah,
like
I know.
that.
I'm more worried about you guys than I am me. I could take care of myself. I just don't know about you guys. So,
Right. So you need.
although
to
I am really worried about my
Bias.
sister and what you guys do do around my sister. So, if you guys really mess with her, I'm gonna mess with you. All right. And me running away from
Yeah,
everybody
Panton.
while my wild
Anderson
magic
just-
thing happens.
Anderson's just
Yeah.
tapping his head. Yeah, Panton, I know.
Yeah. I'm gonna poke you with something. You keep that up.
I was going to get drawn into this because we're talking about running away. It's yeah, you just ran away from all of us. How could you?
Oh shit.
Hmm.
I didn't run away. I was casing a guy that was totally
Why?
normal, that just went into a house and locked the door behind him. And then I was just like, all right, well, nothing else I can do at this point. So I just came back.
How do you know he'd locked the door behind him?
Coming back. Because I reached for the door. It was like really high, and I was kind of on my tippy toes and everything. But I just reached up and jiggled the handle, and it wouldn't open. I called out to him, said, "Mr. Red, are you there? Hello? You know, I kind of want to talk to you since
I
my
told
friend
you not
was
to do
all,
anything
like,
stupid.
grilling you." I didn't do anything stupid. I was being really friendly. Friendly and stupid are not the same thing.
That does sound kind of stupid, though.
No, it sounded like both of them were hand in hand in that instance.
Not at all. Anyway, I
Okay.
called out
guys,
and nobody answered, and I came
all of you
back
boys.
totally fine.
Boys, can we agree to leave the poor man alone for now? If there are any more concerning things,
Yeah,
if there's anything more concerning,
like he's a
about
normal person. Just let him be.
Candace,
Like, I didn't see
Candace,
anything. So there you go. Yo, what?
Shh, you were in the doghouse running away.
I'm not worried about you. You're not mom. You're not dad. You can't kick me out of the house anymore.
No, but I can paddle your butt with my sword. Beat you up.
I can't take much more of this.
I can run away.
I'm gonna go up to Danica. I'm gonna buy Soldoc and is it Yevgeny?
Zoldar.
Yeah.
Zoldar.
Yeah, Zoldar.
And Yevgeny.
Yeah.
Oh.
Zoldar and Yevgeny. I'm gonna buy them drinks through her and say, tell them they're from me, and that I might have a job for them if they're interested. And then I'm gonna go up to check in on Nico.
Canton and Anora will probably continue to bicker for like a good 5 or 10
I
more
will
minutes.
pass that along, of course.
If not
Should
longer.
I just let them know that they can find you here?
Yeah, that's fine. And
Okay.
I'll tip her again.
You-
Yeah, it's like, how does
Thank
we
you.
hear that the Baron gives out a number of these vouchers? I assume by reaction he doesn't always make good on them.
It is... How could he? Most people that he gives them to come here and they abuse it. It's... We make do. We're not poor. We're just fine.
All the same, you have my thanks, and I'll give her another 2 silver.
Thank you.
Actually, how much was it for a room normally?
It was like 2 silver.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was only 2 silver. Let me scroll up and look. Blue water in. Yeah. Yep. 2 silver. Per night.
You know, just for the hell of it, when she says that they're doing okay, I'll see if I believe her about that or if she's just kind of being polite.
I mean, you look at her and she's cleaner than the rest of the people there at the establishment. Her clothes, while not fancy, are better than most. You'd probably believe that she's doing better than the patrons that she's serving. But I mean, she's not rich by any means.
Okay.
Alrighty, and you said you were going up to check on Nico?
Yeah.
Yes, once Ira gets up and leaves, while we're still arguing, Nora will start packing up the table and kind of shoo Panton up the stairs, probably while we're still bickering.
Okay. Ira, as you make it to the top of the stairs and you turn left to unlock your door, looking down, you see just a corner of an envelope sticking out on your side of the door, the remainder of it on the inside. And as you unlock the door and you swing it open, you can see the full envelope sitting there, still sealed. The room... let me actually take you to your room. Oh, no. The room lit by a single lamp on the table between the two beds. Nicodemus laying under the covers, book clutched to his chest, eyes closed. Does not notice your arrival.
I'll just enter quietly and I'll pick up the envelope.
Okay.
Sit on the bed across from him. I won't say anything.
Okay. The envelope is sealed. It does not have any address to it. There's no names or anything on it.
Kind of inspect it. Does it feel like it has just a message in it or anything else in it?
It feels like it just has parchment.
Okay, I'll open it up.
Honora, you said you would shuffle everybody else up?
Just Panton. I don't
Just
know.
Panton. And Anderson, what are you gonna do?
Then he's got nothing better to do. He might as well go up and okay, so who's all rooming together again? I can't remember.
I believe it was supposed to be you three and the dog and Nicodemus and Ira were gonna sleep. I think Nicodemus, did he originally want his own room or something like that?
No, he was okay bunking with me.
Rooming with you?
I thought Anderson might have gotten his own room, but maybe I'm wrong about
Anderson,
that. I know
did you want
Honora
your own
wanted
room?
everybody together.
No, I wanted everybody together because I was freaked out about the ravens and shit.
Anderson doesn't really care if he gets his own room or not.
Oh.
It doesn't matter to him one way or the other.
Well, that is your room.
Okay.
Walking in, straw, mattresses, cloth, very, very simple bedding. Ira, you notice, however, that your bedroom has a much sturdier bed frame than you were expecting to be in here. Heaps of wolf skins draped over the top of the bed. You said you opened up the letter?
Mm-hmm.
Looking at it, it reads, "I'm not ready for your visit. I've run into some complications acquiring the materials I need to perform the task. Let us reconvene tomorrow evening. Same time, same place." There's no specifics. It does not address anybody in particular, and it does not state who the letter is from. That is all it says.
Okay. I'll just wait. I'm going to wait for Nicodemus to feel like he's ready before telling him about what I've just read.
Okay. Alrighty. And the other three of you.
Honora and I are just bickering, and Anderson's. We're probably gonna send you a picture of this chat that because
You
you're
guys have been
probably
texting
rooming
back
with
and
us.
forth?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Yes.
I imagine.
So you probably heard about this.
Sorry, John, if it's annoying.
I imagine Anderson is just in his bed, like pillow over his head while you two are bickering, and then just whenever you're getting closer down, he throws a pillow at you guys. Trying to sleep here.
Should have got your own room.
At this point, he regrets that, but that's for sure.
Nicodemus sits up, kind of walks over to the window, peers out.
Is there a moon? I know there's no sunlight, but is there ever a moon in Barovia?
There's a moon, yeah. Yep. It's rare for it to peek through the clouds, but you can definitely tell when there's a moon because it's brighter than normal at night. It's not like super dark. But it's, yeah.
Oh shit! Sorry, one more thing. I know Anderson said he'd go with Nico, and he hasn't like seen the note. So can he just take a nap till midnight ish, so he can meet up with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can try to take a nap.
I mean, how late is it now?
It's probably about 11 o'clock right now. It's,
Okay, so
you guys spent a
he'll
long
actually-
time in the tavern drinking, listening to Octavio, and
Yeah.
Nicodemus looks at Ira. Well, I've prayed about as much as I can. Prayed so hard I got tired.
You still want to go?
I think so, yeah.
Did you see this when you walked in?
Kinda squints his eyes a little bit and rubs them. What is it?
I presume it's a letter from our friend, and I'll hand it to him. I promise it wasn't me.
Looks at it.
It was under the door when I walked in.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oof.
Is this some kind of trick? This
don't
letter
think
was just underneath of... It was in the room already? I was sleeping in here. The door was locked. You're the only one that had a key.
Yeah, it was just slipped under the door. Look, if you
Why
don't
did
believe
you
me,
open it?
look at the envelope. I'll show him the envelope. There's no address or anything. I also hired some people for a job, so I don't know. And people know that we're in town. We're foreigners. Could have been from anybody. How do you feel?
I don't know. Maybe this is a sign.
Is that how Lathander speaks to his clerics?
Not normally.
How does he usually?
Dreams. Just speaks to us in our mind. Sometimes he'll just answer, and he'll just hear a voice.
It must be hard because he's a sun god, right? The morning lord?
Yeah.
The sun doesn't really shine here. Maybe he has
Yes.
difficulty communicating to you.
It has been. It's been very difficult. The only time that I saw him since coming here, it was a ruse. I had a dream. I thought I saw him, but it wasn't him.
And that's the only time.
Yeah. He disappeared down into shadows. A shadow manifested into a face. Kept saying, "Consume." Tried to swallow me, but I didn't let it.
Makes you wonder about what might happen to us if we don't have those pies anymore. what happens to the people here.
True. Well, he looks at the note. I guess I'll find out tomorrow. Maybe we can make a trip back to the Burgomaster's mansion and say we're there to, I don't know, continue the investigation for the
Don't worry about that. If you
servants.
really want to talk to him, we can just, he has that window. We can contact him another way without his father having to deal with the family.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can sleep on it for tonight, but I would like to know why he brought it up here and didn't make contact with one of you guys, but maybe is dangerous, maybe he doesn't want his face to be seen.
Can I have a proficiency in forgery.
Okay.
Can I examine the handwriting and see if like it resembles like what we saw in Victor's?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, looking at his stuff, yeah, you can give me a check with it. Don't you have a? Is it a?
Yeah, it's a tools.
Yeah.
What would it be? I'll just give like a sleight of hand check, I guess.
I think.
I don't know because I can see it and it's under my criminal spy.
And it won't let you click on it.
I mean, I'm clicking on it, but it's not.
It won't let
Maybe
you
if I
roll with
look
it.
in Nope.
Does it just say you're proficient with it?
Yeah, it's just under my tools. Oh, I mean, maybe because I just don't have. Oh, I should have it, right? If I picked the thing, or do I have to buy a forgery kit?
No. Let me pull up your sheet. I think we looked at this before. I think we never really figured it
Well,
out.
for thieves' tools, yeah, I've just been rolling sleight of hand
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah,
Because
you're
that should be the
right.
same, right? It would be my
Yeah.
proficiency plus my dexterity.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, looking at it, it's that same messy, hastily written scrawl that you saw in Victor's room.
You know, I've met other people like you. You religious people who follow a god and have somebody to look to for answers. Not everybody has that. And I understand that it could be troubling for you not to have that now, but you're fully capable of making your own decisions.
Anderson, just so you know, we're at this point where we're yelling at each other.
Oh,
Yelling.
great.
Um,
At this point, yeah, I understand. He's gonna get up and walk to Ira Nicodemus's room just to get away from the noise.
As you're doing that, Ira's like pounds on their shared wall.
do you guys continue to yell at each other?
Oh yeah.
I'll have to read that
We're
after
hitting
all
that
said and
crescendo
done.
part, right? We're hitting the crescendo part right now, so
Yeah.
it's getting great.
Ira will take out the copper wire and yell at them. You're like, Victor wasn't able to get the materials that he needed. Nicodemus is staying for the night. We'd very much appreciate it if we could have some peace and quiet to sleep.
Whoa.
And Anderson's already at your door. He's like pounding on your door. Can you?
Panton's gonna go to the wall and hit it with his little fist. And be like, "You can just yell at us through the wall. We can hear you." And then I'll go back to arguing with my
Nicodemus.
sister.
Please.
We'll open
help.
the door for you. Should have
I
gotten your own
can't.
room.
I cannot be in there with them.
Should have gotten your own room.
Yeah, well, now you're stuck with me.
You can lie between us. We get the beds.
Goals.
Fine. As long as I don't have to deal with those two.
Well, it's been quite a day. I think I'm gonna head to sleep. That's all right with you?
Yeah, we all need a rest.
Okay. Nicotine. Go ahead.
Yeah, so very paranoid part of my brain. I'm gonna wait for Nicodemus to actually fall asleep, and then Anderson's gonna fall asleep, just in case.
Okay. Yeah, Nicodemus rolls over, gets out of bed, kind of leans over, and turns down the gas burner on the oil, whatever the fuck it is. Turns the lamp down to a dim. And before you know it, you hear him having a subtle snore. Not a loud, roaring snore, but just enough to know that he's asleep.
Ira's writing.
You're writing?
Mhm.
Okay.
Until
Panton,
going to sleep.
Honora,
Yes.
what are you guys doing besides arguing still?
Uh,
Oh,
arguing.
Wait,
You
where's,
have-
this,
We're arguing.
You have
where's
to
this
send
text change? Okay.
We have a backstory channel that's
Okay.
where we built our characters, and that's where the argument's happening in.
Awesome.
Yes.
Long.
Yeah, I might need to make like a in-character chat or something like that channel to where if you wanted to have a conversation like this where other people
Yeah,
would
we
be
did.
around.
We wanted to hash it out, but we didn't want to hold up everyone else's gameplay.
No, yeah, I hear you. That's
Exactly.
perfectly fine. I get it. I understand.
Arguing, and I would assume eventually at some point, Panton is just gonna huff and puff and just go to the corner of a room and just sit there, and Nora will probably say something, and Panton will just ignore her and fall asleep in the corner of the room.
And then when he's asleep, I will probably bring him a blanket and a pillow and tuck him in like he's a little baby.
And that will add fuel to the fire for the argument the next day.
Yep. Yeah,
Oh my
and then
God.
once he's asleep, I'll fall asleep. But I will also.
Yeah, you guys need to send us this once the session is done.
I just love John's. Oh my god.
Is it getting personal, John?
I mean, no, I was just like, this is very in character conversation. It was good.
Okay.
And so once he falls
And
asleep, I will.
Anderson,
push,
you would have been privy to the first half.
Okay.
I will push something in front of the door so that if he tries to sneak out, it'll wake me up, and then I'll fall asleep.
Okay.
Oh, actually, before Anderson falls asleep, he's gonna take the marker he got from Blinksy, and he's gonna draw like a cartoon swirly mustache on the Strahd puppet.
Okay. Yeah, you're. Give me a performance check.
Oh boy, I am so good at performance.
Or performance or sleight of hand, whichever one you want better.
Okay, sleight of hand.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just a big twirly mustache and like I don't know, like a monocle or something. Just make him like dorky.
So you kind of have your hand up inside of him, and you have it in front of your face, and you do a very good job drawing individual hairs to show the detail of the curly mustache. And you do a really good job. It looks like a red mustache and monocle on Strahd.
Good. He's just looking to stick it to Strahd, and then he'll fall asleep.
Okay. The night comes. the noise from below starts to dwindle down. The clattering of glasses and scuffling of feet eventually subside. And you can only hear the pattering of rain on the rooftop in the wind howling, causing the building to creak.
By the way, I lock the door. I should have mentioned that.
Okay.
Oh, nope, too late. Someone's bursting
I
in.
know, there's so many things that I forget to say that I would do.
Honora. Restless sleep comes to you. You think of the children, the pies, and the hags, and the thought that Nicodemus was still gonna eat them, eat the pies, even after he knew what they were. And the hatred fills into your mind as you're thinking of the fight at the windmill with the hags, and how you wanted so badly to just end it right there, to just get rid of them. It's just all these thoughts racing through your head. And you hear a cackling laugh.
Oh.
And it's not a hag's woman's voice. It's different. It's somehow you can tell that it's a man's voice. A flash into your vision. Crooked, decaying teeth. Goes back to looking at the windmill again. Another flash. A long red cap. Drenched in blood. Flashes into your vision. And then it flashes to a pie going into an oven. A long sickle rings into the air. And you hear the clanking of iron on wood. Loud, heavy footsteps. And it startles you awake, and you're looking around into the barely lit room.
There are tears on my face at this point. I'd be sobbing in my sleep if that was happening.
But you still hear the heavy footfalls that you were hearing in your dream. They had intruded into your dream. And you hear a knock at the door.
To grab my sword and have it at the ready and saddle up to where I push the dresser in front of the door and go, who's there? And then I will look in the room for Panton to make sure he's still asleep in the corner.
No response. Except, another knock.
No way, I'm armed.
And you hear a heavy thud into the door.
I will brace against, oh my god, the dresser in front of the door.
You're fine. No issues there. It's still shut. And you hear the laughing. Yeah, I'd say that noise probably woke everyone up.
Oh,
like it's a heavy just
so we're not
like
we're not
somebody
in a dream anymore.
Huh?
We're not in a dream.
You were never in that dream. That was only Honora's dream.
Yeah, but I mean,
you're not.
We can all hear it.
I woke up.
You're not in your sleep. You're not sleeping. You can all hear the heavy thud of something bashing on a door. It sounds
Um,
to Anderson, Nico, and Ira. It sounds like something fell. Like it sounds like a heavy hit against wood.
I swear to God, if it's those goddamn siblings again, Anderson's gonna unlock the door and open it. I swear to God, Honora and Panton, you better not be arguing in there.
As you open up the door, a small being about the size of Panton, red cap, pointy ears, turns and looks at you in a little sickle about as big as he is, looks at you and goes to swing it. And that is where do you guys want to roll for initiative and finish this combat now, or
Yeah,
Of
I'm
course.
down.
You know we never want to stop playing.
all right?
But at the same time,
Yeah,
it's unfair
like-
to play Nico when he's not here. And technically, did we get a long rest or not?
No,
Damn.
no,
Oh,
not
fuck.
even close.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
We'll hold off. We'll hold
Only
off for
because
Nico.
Nico's not here. That's
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
let him play his character.
Yeah.
Damn it, Nico.
We can
Does
still
he-
roll
Damn it,
initiative.
Nico.
Does he still need more time to make his new one?
I don't know if this is going to tell you everything about the creature or not, but just be
No,
mindful. Don't go exploring the character sheet if it allows you to.
Doesn't.
It doesn't. It just shows you what it is.
And it also puts in the information underneath it a little bit.
Oh, did
yeah,
it?
actually, that told you everything. So yeah.
Okay.